Hello and welcome to my new series, Loanee to Legend. That is the title of this series. It is a Be a Pro series, as I'm sure you can tell from the thumbnail and from the title. So what we'll be doing with here in this series is, of course, creating a pro, which we'll be then using in a team. So as you can see then, we will be playing, or at least starting off in Lille, but as the title suggests, we will need to become a loanee because we are going to have to get ourselves sent out on loan because we're going to be very, very poor to begin with at least. So as you can see then, as I say, our team will be Lille, but it won't probably be for much longer. So we are obviously in the Champions Cup, which is basically the Champions League, although they've renamed it, and that is the team. So obviously we probably won't get into that competition, sadly. We won't play any matches in that because we'll be out on loan. But then our information here, then our player will be called Lopez. He will be French. Simply because I thought it would be quite interesting just to make him not from England, just to switch it up a little bit. This is the first time I have done Be a Pro in FIFA 13, so I was a bit haven't even created a pro on this before, so I was a bit unsure about, exactly what to do. But our player will be a forward, he will be a centre forward, as you can see, and his aim will be a finisher. We've gone with average body type, keep the height as it is, just because I wasn't too sure if we wanted him much taller, but we'll have him where he is. So that is our guy, that is the person we will be using in this series, Loanee to Legend. Also, as you can see then here, we will be heading into our season. So this is just basically who will be. As you can see, we're not allowed to buy anyone because we're not actually the manager, we're just the player. And as you can see, also we're 66 rated overall, so very, very bad indeed. And these are our primary objectives. I won't go through them all right now. You can see them on your screen there. They'll probably not be too tough, but we are on world class. I didn't want to. I've seen other people do this series where they've had it on professional, but I want to keep it on world class just to keep it a challenge. So hopefully that won't make it too hard, but hopefully it will at least keep it a challenge. So this is also the squad ranking, just to give you an idea. Lille, they do play with 3 forwards, so that does give us a little bit more of a chance to get into that first 11. But we are, I think, the 4th rated striker. You can't imagine we'll be in the team much longer for Lille before being loaned out. So also, this is the message you always receive regarding for club and for country. Our country, of course, will be France, so we're hoping to obviously become a French and Lille to begin with legend anyway, before, if perhaps we do need to move on and decide to do that. But our first game then, which I think is always, just a set thing, playing for your team in their first game. We are picked for this first match against Mainz 05, who are also a French team. I'm not sure if they're in Ligue 1 or they're in Ligue 2, so I'm not too sure about that, but it certainly will give us an idea about, or at least for Lille, what kind of, how they can do in the matches. But so our first chance here, unfortunately, we give it away. Also, I'd like to point out we are doing this on 4 minutes, so 4-minute halves will be the length of these games. 4-minute halves, just to keep it interesting, but not too long, because I don't like when the matches go on forever. But here then, in the 10th minute, it doesn't take us too long to get an assist. We do provide Pedretti with the goal. It's a nice little dinked cross you can see there. We are the number 9. We just, dink it in, and fortunately our man is able to get his head on the ball and nod it in. So the second chance there of this game really does come quite early on. I was a bit surprised and a bit worried, to be honest with you, that we were able to set up that goal, rather quickly. I was a bit worried that perhaps it would become too easy, but I don't feel that was the case. But moving on then, in around the 19th minute, we're able to just pass it around the box, just work it around. I was a bit reluctant to have a shot, just because I wanted to do passes. Obviously, there are accomplishments. You've seen our player is only 66 rated, so if you can get those passing accomplishments, we'll be able to get a few relatively easy points in there. But in the 28th minute, then we work an opening, we work a corner, which is swung in here. But it's unlikely we are going to win it simply because our heading is so poor. But we do have that height advantage, of course, being 6'1", so that's good too. But as you can see there, in the 32nd minute, I tried the fake shot. I wasn't too sure if he'd be able to pull that off because I didn't know if you could just do that if you had 0 star skills, which I believe is what you have, unless you're given the 1 to begin with. I'm not too sure, but I think that was sadly our best contribution to this game, other than the assist. That charge down. It wasn't the greatest of matches by any means, and unfortunately for Lille and our team here, we do concede just on the stroke of half time. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that guy's name, but unfortunately then Mainz do equalise, so it is 1-1. But heading into the second half then, in the 49th minute, we get a chance here on the wing, send the defender the wrong way and whipping across. Unfortunately, despite a blunder from the goalkeeper, we weren't able to finish that, and our guy wasn't able to get his head on the ball, and our shot was tamely hit, to be honest. And quite how this Mainz guy misses that chance, I do not know. He's about a yard away. I can't speak because, unfortunately, we get this chance, and although it was from a much, much tighter angle, a much, much harder chance, we weren't even able to properly work the goalkeeper. We just kind of hit it at him, and then sadly, we drag our shot here. In the chance following that. But just before the end of the game then, in around the 86th minute, we get a chance here looking to curl that into the far corner, but unfortunately our player shapes up and hits it to the near post, and it doesn't actually go on target. So that is the end of our first game then. The final score was 1-1. We get a match rating of 9.4, and we do get the man of the match for that. But as you can expect now, we probably will need to start moving out on loan, finding other clubs to move on to, just so we can build our ability before we head back to Lille to build our career, at least to begin with anyway. So that is the end of this episode. I do hope you have enjoyed this series, or sorry, will enjoy this series. It's definitely something I'm excited to do, simply because I am enjoying playing it more than other series, but it's certainly something I'm enjoying, as I say. But I hope you are too. If you are, please do leave a like and subscribe.